Hey guys, welcome back to Fleet Friday. This week we're at Building 7 at The Rock, and we'll be taking a look at the Mass Service Division. Mass Service Division has 3 trucks that are staffed 24 hours, 365. Mass Service 1, 2, and 3. They are 2015 Freightliner M2s with Hackney Seagrave bodies. They are staffed by 1 firefighter each. And daily they exchange cylinders throughout the city at 70 depot stations. Each truck carries about 200 cylinders, and the FDNY uses Scott 4.5 positive pressure mask in 15, 30, 45, and 60-minute versions. A typical depot station will carry about 30 45-minute bottles, 6 15-minute bottles, and a couple tool bottles and O2. For the squads, rescue, and hazmat, they also have 15, 30, 45, and 60-minute bottles. Taking a look inside the cab, again, it's staffed by 1 full-time firefighter. So each truck is staffed by 1 firefighter. So that's 3 firefighters, and then there will be an officer that stays at the firehouse. The rig is equipped with backup camera, flashlight, fire extinguisher, and 1 radio. Taking a look inside the truck here, you can see it has a lot of bottles. So basically the truck can carry at most 230, but they don't usually always fill it all the way to the top, as you can see, so there's about 200. There's about 148 45-minute bottles, about 10 60-minute bottles, about 10 30-minute bottles, 24 15-minute bottles, 6 O2s, and 4 utility tool 45-minute bottles with the green tops. Those are oxygen, and then they also have the ones for the torches. The green tops are for like the airbags. Those are not breathing air. These are your 15-minute bottles. They're used by rescues and squads for technical rescue and also for the fast pack. And then down here we have 2 Scba packs if they do have a second person on the MSU, and then his firefighter's gear. As if it was a very smoky fire in the street, they have their Scba packs. As the department as a whole, there's about 18,000 cylinders and about 5,000 masks. There's about 15,000 45-minute bottles, 1,500 15-minute bottles, 1,000 60-minute bottles, and 500 30-minute bottles. Each day, the 3 MSU trucks will go out and split the city into 3 sectors and stop at the 70 depot stations. They usually start at about 8:30 in the morning and don't come back until the early afternoon, 1 or 2 p.m. During the day shift, there is about 6 to 10 light-duty firefighters that work inside the MSU station, and they assist with helping to fill bottles. Every single bottle has to come off this truck to get put into a cart to get refilled. And that's by hand. The Mass Service Unit is assigned on 3rd Alarm citywide, as well as 2nd Alarm 1077s, 1076 signals in commercial high-rise buildings, and maybe special called for all hands doubtfuls inside subways or subcellars. It also may be special called whether there be 3 or 4 jobs in a certain area of Queens, for say, and they need to restock the depot station. So you may ask, which MSU covers which borough? So depending on where each MSU is, if it's filling bottles in the morning, depending on which one's done or which one just started, and what borough they are covering for the day will be that MSU responding to that borough for that third alarm or whatever call it's needed for. There is also a full-time officer that works with the 3 firefighters that stays at the station. This truck here is known as MSU 4, but it's the reserve MSU. It's a 2003. There's MSU 3, and there's MSU 2. So here's a look at the cart. It holds 10 bottles that they use when the MSU truck comes back in the early afternoon. They take each bottle off, put it on the cart, put it inside the cascade system to refill the bottles, and then put them hand by hand back onto the truck. The MSU division also has a few vans that they use. We're going to check out one of the newer vans they just received. This mass service unit van here is a 2019 Freightliner Sprinter van, which holds about 130 bottles, split up between the 45s, 60s, 15s, 30s, O2s, and the tool bottles. Now this truck, they found it useful to be used for the borough of Manhattan, as the streets are very tight. It's very hard to get one of those large trucks down the street, so they tend to use this truck for the borough of Manhattan. Carries a little less bottles, but it tries to stick just to the borough of Manhattan. Manhattan has about 13 depot spots. Not necessarily they have to stop at them each day, but usually they do. The mass service division probably fills about 1,500 bottles daily. That's from probies school, hazmat school, rescue school. Whenever there's training, they have to fill training bottles on top of the bottles that they are picking up out of the field. Scott has about 7 employees that work inside Building 7, and they work on the cylinders and the mass daily. This is going to conclude the mass service division for this week's Fleet Friday. I'm going to add some more information into the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Fleet Friday. It's a little something different. See you guys next week. Thanks for watching.